Hello everybody. I guess we'll turn off the starting soon, because I guess this counts as having started. I got a couple more things to do while I continue to prep everything. Feel free to hang out or come back later or whatever. What am I doing? Cool. Now, I haven't printed off this picture because I forgot about that part because I'm clever. So I'm going to be using my phone for the photo reference. Which is fine. Pardon me. Right. I need some jars. I'm not going to reveal the picture decidedly, just for funsies. I'm going to wait until I've started painting and it comes together and you can see it that way. Wait. That's water. Very good. Water jar established. Where do I want to start? I think I can use some of my vessel colors for some of this, so that's convenient. Yeah, that's a good one. So I'll definitely be able to use that one. And there's some murkier browny blues in here. What's this? What have I got here? This is probably another one I can use actually. Now, I don't own the rights to the character Naruto, obviously, and I'm not the person who originally did this design. I'm merely painting it because I want to, for funsies. Okay, we can use that one as well. That'll be good. All credits for Naruto go to Masashi Kishimoto, as well as the credits for the image, the design in particular that I'm doing, go towards the original artist. No idea who that is. This picture was submitted to me by somebody. That's all I know. What else? I got 2 blues. Okay, let's work on a interesting purpley brown. Is the next thing I need. Nearly at the end of my white. This white jar in particular, which I think is the one that's been the problem child since I've got back into airbrushing. I think it's a little bit clumpy, but you get that. That's probably too much. Let's put some of that back. I forgot what I was doing for a second. I was just like, yeah, white. We want white paint. Let's add white. That'll do. As per usual, I'm just making this up as I go. Which I'm not terribly bad at. And we're going to add a little bit of this purpley red. Not too much, just enough. Probably going to need more than that, but we're starting light, and then we can build up if we have to. Next, I'll add some purpley blue. That was probably more than I needed, but oh well. And then to muddy it up, I'm actually going to add in a bit of this more greenish yellow. I know it doesn't look all that greenish, but it's green compared to this one. The pigment in this has separated a bit, so it's going to take me a second of shaking it up to get it back to snuff. Very interesting color palette in this picture. I'm excited to see how it goes. That was probably way too much. But let's mix it up and see how it comes out. Should probably add some black too, actually. Just enough to dirty it up a tiny bit. Where is my black? Did I finish my black? I did finish my black. That was the thing that happened, wasn't it? So I need to open a fresh black. Black. Shiny, fresh black. Sadly, you can't get these anymore commercially. And I've had it sitting for probably longer than is ideal for painting purposes, but at least at the end of the day, this one is just black and white is just white, and I can replace them with other brands and other colors without there being that much risk of them being different to what I'm used to. Try and add a few drops. Just to muddy it up a bit. I don't want to darken it too much. Just want it to, yeah, not be pure bright white mixed color. It's still coming out pretty purple even with all that yellow in it. I'm a little out of practice. I'm not going to pretend I'm not. Yeah. So that is actually a really nice grey, blue, purple. But not quite what we're looking for. Bit more red. Whoop. Make sure you spill it everywhere. Let's add a bit of this yellow orange. A bit more along the lines of what we want. I'll share with the class momentarily. Once I'm done making a mess and cleaning up the mess I already made. That's definitely more brown than it was when you guys saw it a second ago. Ta-da! It's almost like chalky milk. I'm going to add just a few drops of blue. Pull it back the other way a tiny bit. dusty out here. It'll definitely work for some of the spots. I can overlay them with a bit of blue anyway, just to knock them back. So I think that'll be fine. I think we can work with that. Very good. Excellent, even. Fantastic, some might say. Let's just give it a final shake. And what I should probably do is post on the meta platforms that I'm live doing this stuff so that people who might see it there come and have a look. Who knows? What am I doing? What am I doing? Well, that at least covers Facebook. Whatever. And then I should probably share it. I hate Facebook. And Meta, in general. Personally, not a fan. Not huge on it. I just closed my reference. Oh, why am I this way? Okay, cool. So I've got those colors. I still need some creamy, yellowy colors. So again, we're going to start with white. This time we're going to intentionally put some more in than we did before. Although we don't need probably a full jar of paint for what is this colour, so maybe I'll try and keep it a bit tame still and not fill the entire jar. Bit of orangey yellow, not much. This is a very pale colour. I don't know how much of that actually came out, but we're going to start with that much. Ooh, coffee. And then, like a single drip, drop, dot. Of some red. It's pretty good. It's pretty close. It's not bad at all. Might put a teeny tiny dot of black in. Just to dirty it up the tiniest little bit. Very good. I also need an orange, because it's Naruto, he wears orange as much as, or should be obvious. Not that he only ever always wears orange, I suppose. Not that he can't be depicted in other colours. Orange is white, yellow, and red, and maybe a few drops of black. More yellow than red for this specific shade. Make sure you spill some on the table, as is the ritual. Hey Brendo, what's up? You got today off? Heck yeah, that's always a nice bonus, especially when you're not expecting it. I'm alright. Glad to have someone to talk to, so I'm not just speaking into the void all of a sudden. I'm currently just mixing up the colours I need. As you can see, I'm making orange. That actually came out practically perfect immediately. I know you did. Doesn't mean I can't be ecstatic to see ya. Actually nailed that orange in one go. I am conceivably the best. It could be true that I am the best. Not a surprise, of course. Just finish mixing it. Not that the white probably won't settle on the bottom of the jar before I get to using it. Orange. The quality of this stream is definitely going to be probably a bit worse, a bit more jittery and stuff than the Minecraft ones, because I'm on the MacBook I was telling you about, which is an old one that is not built for this, but it works well enough, so that's what we're starting with. I've got one more color to mix, which means I need to find one more jar. This one will do, and this is just a skin tone. So once again, starting with white. Nearly out of this white. At the end of the day, the skin tone is just a slightly paler orange with a bit more of a ratio to pink. Oh, I do need just a red too, but I kind of have one already mixed, so that might be fine. Make sure you make a mess, get it all over your hands, that's how you do it. That's the skills right there. The skills you're looking for? It's called making a mess of everything. Just Might need some more white to knock it back again. I'm sure that's not true. I'm sure you just don't appreciate the skills you have. I'm in Victoria, man. Down near good old Melbourne. Not quite in Melbourne. About an hour out of Melbourne. More towards the Geelong side. Right, that needs a little bit more white, and then I think we're good. Have fun. Come back soon. Okay, cool. That should be fine. Oh, cool. Now we got a nice pinky skin tone made out of just white, yellow, and red of the orange variety of white, yellow, and red. Closer to orange than purple or green as a starting base is what I mean by that. Have some more coffee. Alright, suppose that's it. No more putting it off. I think I've got pretty much everything. Enough to start, at least. Alright, cool. I think I might need to... Welcome back. I think I might need to invest in a printer, because using my phone as a reference thingy is going to be annoying. Where to start? Let's see. Let's start with... Beep, bop, boop. Brain, come on, you can do it. Let's start with this dark color. It's always nice when the airbrush is working nicely from the start. Cool. Now, I do realize that it might be a little hard to see what I'm doing sometimes. I need to figure out a better camera setup still. I'm from Victoria, my guy. Especially hard to see what I'm doing when my hand is in between you and what I'm doing. Tis the nature of it at this time. Oh, heck yeah. I love skateboarding. I haven't been skateboarding in forever, but I used to love skateboarding. I used to skateboard everywhere when I was... Before I got my driver's license. I only ever rode a skateboard. In fact, my skateboard's right over here. Let me grab it. Oh, if I can place this somewhere without it freaking out. Kamikazeing itself. So this is the skateboard I used to ride everywhere, always and forever. As you can see, it's a bit worn. But this was my transport before I got my driver's license. I used to skate absolutely everywhere on this lovely beast. It's a good time. I enjoyed it. I wouldn't make it to the skate park quite as often, but I did enjoy skate park sessions too. Get off my hand, stuff. Alright, so starting with the iconic headband. If you know Naruto, you know what I'm talking about. Doing this one a little differently in that I haven't done a base coat or anything for this. I'm just going straight on, blocking in the shapes, because the background on the reference image is white. So I'll fill that in more better later, basically. But for now, I'm just getting the shapes in. Hey, I'm not that great at drawing either. I'm hoping to be able to eventually branch out into doing both at the same time, multi-streaming on Twitch and YouTube and TikTok and maybe even Instagram and Facebook as well. But the internet in Australia is so rubbish. It's just not feasible at this time to be able to do it. And again, my laptop is pretty crap, so it wouldn't be able to handle pumping the stream out to multiple places at once anyway. But eventually, I'd like to. This isn't the same as drawing. It's more like coloring in, really. Like, yes, there is a skill to it, and I have a lot of practice and qualification, but it still is closer to coloring in than drawing for me when it's doing works like this. I am less good at drawing. And as much as you might be sick of hearing it, unfortunately, it is all practice. Um, it's just, it is what it is, I'm afraid. Well, I mean, walking outside is never a bad idea. I couldn't not recommend you at least go outside for like 5 minutes, but that's just me being responsible. Having lunch is also a good idea, but I also haven't had lunch, but I had a pretty late breakfast. So I'll get to that. I will do that at some point, and you should too. But at the same time, don't let me tell you what to do. You live your own life. I will encourage you to be responsible, but at the end of the day, you do you, my dude. Eating is a good idea, though. A very good idea. Such an interesting thing that I've never done before is the original picture of this is actually a watercolor picture, and it's got some interesting patterns to it and edging as a result of it being watercolor that I've never dealt with before. What do I do in which context? That's a broad question. I do lots of things. Are we talking for lunch? Are we talking for cash money? Are we talking in the mornings when I haven't woken up? I do apologize for being less talkative and stuff while I'm painting too. I can see on the stream preview that I'm just literally standing in front of it and you guys can't see anything. Let me readjust some stuff real quick. Because it would be nice if you could actually see what I'm doing to some degree. So maybe over here. Maybe that'll help. Maybe you'll actually be able to see what I'm doing now. A bit more at least. mean, that's a little better. I can at least see that I can see the spot that I'm working on. Hopefully that translates throughout the rest of everything. We'll see. So what were you asking about in regards to what do I do? What was that question directed towards in particular? Swap to the blue instead of the black blue. How you doing, Dopra? Yeah, Dopra's fine. I'm a mixed bag. I try not to stay up too late. As I get older, I'm trying to be more responsible, which is disgusting, and behave more like an adult, which is gross. Um, but, you know, unfortunately, sometimes you gotta. Sometimes you just gotta. What am I doing? What am I looking at here? What do you reckon? Does it look like anything yet? Some of this back with the blue. Interesting. What do we think? Give the GoPro a little break. I might quickly clean the old airbrush. Then I might go grab some food real quick, which I'll come back for once I've got it. Hey, if you think this is coming along pretty well, why not like this stream? maybe even subscribe. That's okay, I'm about to do the same thing, my guy. But I won't be long. I'll be back. I'm just going to grab some stuff out of the fridge and come back. I'm not cooking nothing. Although I will have to probably give my hands a little scrub. Also, forgot to say at the start of this video, this whole stream is sponsored by no one. That's right. And if you want to help me keep it that way, check out my Patreon. That's it. That's all. I'll be back very shortly with some carrot sticks and dip. Dummy. Fret not, I have returned. And I bring snacks. Snacks for me, unfortunately, but snacks nonetheless. I'm not going to just sit here and eat all of them either. I bring them in a container so that I can close it and keep painting without paint getting in. This is the beetroot dip that I'm having. It's beetroot hummus, which is not my preferred type of beetroot dip, but any beetroot dip is good beetroot dip to me. Carrot sticks and beetroot. There is a long boy. Suddenly, now that I have food, he has appeared. Did I turn off my be right back thing? I didn't. Whoop. I'm back. I'm being hounded. Excuse me, sir. What are you doing? Food. Now I have this set up like this. Bye. It's insatiable. Go away. It's my lunch, not yours. Mmm. Yum. Beetroot honestly could be my favourite food. It would not be a stretch. To say that beetroot is my favourite food. And I shouldn't talk with my mouth full. But it's just so good, and I have to tell you how good it is. Mmm. That'll do for the immediate moment. And my stream preview is so far behind. Okay, that's better. Alright. Back to it. Look out, Gannon. Go away. Shift. Get out from under my feet, boy. What's next? You're asking. I hear it. I can hear you asking. There's actually a little bit more. I should have done this before I stopped. A little bit more of this dark bluey stuff down here at his waist. So I'm going to get that in, and then we're going to move on to maybe the orange? I don't know. What do you reckon? You tell me. Okay, what are we doing? What am I looking at in this reference image that I drew on here that is unclear? Oh, I think I see. I think I see what it is. I think I understand. It's all coming together. It actually starts down here. It's all making sense. This is so low. Imagine bending your knees. What a time to be alive. I'd honestly rather just twist my stomach. I didn't turn the GoPro back on. And you didn't remind me. Yeah, that's fine, my dude. I wouldn't have noticed the difference. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright? Okay. Let's get into some of here. Alright, cool. Let's switch up the colors a bit. Whee. Water, where'd you go? It looks pretty cool on the camera so far. Starting to come together, I think. Does it smell? No, this is all just water-based stuff. So no, not even a little bit. Like, I'd probably notice if I sprayed it straight up my nose. But ultimately, no. Yep. That's the stuff. That's not my orange. This is my orange. If I was anywhere else, like over there behind me, there is no wall there. So I have a ridiculously large amount of airflow out here. And the wind helps suck all of the paint and stuff out too. But if you feel inspired to start airbrushing or whatever, do not follow my example. You should wear a respirator. And probably gloves, which I know that what I'm using is fine. It washes off with barely even warm water and soap. It can just wash off with practically just water. And I always moisturize my hands and stuff after and everything. I take extra steps to avoid having to wear gloves, but I can't say that for other airbrush inks and paints and all that sort of stuff. So you should probably wear gloves and wear a respirator, unless you are specifically me, and even then, I probably still should. Alright, cool. shade of orange. I'm actually stoked with that. One thing I was a little worried about, and that sucks about painting out here, is that I have not really any extra light source. With the sun going down earlier in the day, it's kind of getting hard to see already, which isn't ideal by any standards. Man, this is coming out sick already. This is already so cool. You good over there? You comfy? Hey, good. I'm glad you're still here. I'm glad for all of the 7 people who are currently here. Whether you're lurking or in the chat, I'm grateful for all of it. It is nice to have people paying some degree of attention, or at least having me on in the background. This looks like this. This is fun. This is a very cool picture. I'm enjoying this a lot. All of a sudden, doing this orange is like really popping out. I'm loving it. Who cares? like I said yesterday when I was streaming Minecraft, I feel like if there were more like bots and stuff watching, they'd be in the chat and stuff. Like, I don't get what the point of having bots just watch a stream is if they're not trying to sell something or do something or interact in some shitty way. Could be. I don't know. Honestly, no idea, my guy. All of this is still just light orange with a big dollop of dark right here in the middle. Not currently. Maybe once there's a bit more attention being brought to my channel. If I keep building up and working on all that sort of stuff, maybe, potentially, probably, eventually, I will need more mods. I have mods that are usually around. They're just not today. Oh, cool. I probably could afford to also be doing stuff like that, if I'm being completely honest. I'm looking at here. Okay, so this, that's all dark. Then there's a lighter bit and darker bit. I see. I see. I'd be so lost without a reference. That looks awesome. Have fun. Still gotta bring some images here. But yeah, I really want to spend some more time in other people's streams and stuff too, and actually like start doing more community stuff as opposed to just doing all this by myself. This is fun. This is cool. I really like this. I think I'm going to actually do some red. Yeah, sometime. That'd be really cool, man. Appreciate it. appreciate it. What other kind of streams do you watch? Do you mostly watch Minecrafty stuff? I have no idea how this is going to come out, but I think it'll be fine. Can always go over it if I need to. Could be a little purpley, but only one way to find out. I don't think it's too bad. Let me pull it back a little. Obviously, there's more detail that needs to go into it. Oh, everything worth doing takes a long time, my friend. BX Bubs. Cool. I will check them out at some point. Hopefully not too far in the future. What am I doing now? I think I want that chocolatey color. Believe it or not, this chocolatey color goes pretty much everywhere else on the clothes. It's hot chocolate. That orange really just made the whole thing pop on the camera, huh? I mean, in real life too. Like, it looks pretty sick over here. I forgot there is actually more orange down here. No, we can do it later. There isn't necessarily an order to all of this. Heck yeah, very cool. I will definitely do that. Well, I can only assume, one would think, that it's Brenda. Seems like the obvious real name. If your nickname is Brendo, then Brenda. Adds together. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Did I get it? Was that right? Did I nail it? Surely I nailed it. I was one letter off. Man, so close. This brown might be a bit dark. I can come back with the blue and knock it back again anyway. Oh, my GoPro went flat. Alright, before I go any further, I'm gonna have to go and change my GoPro battery. Oh, hello. You're back on the train already? That's crazy. Look, I have to be honest. I thought of Brendan as a probable option, but I don't know. I just didn't want to go with something so obvious. I was like, ooh, he's trying to trick me. It's gonna be something that's not Brendan. Hey, look, I don't know if anyone can hear the stream all that good. Regardless, it's a bit low quality anyway, really. Let's see. Might need a little bit more of a high intensity cleanse at this point. Yeah, well, it is that, but it's not just that, is the problem. It's also my my laptop. Where's my stool? Closer to Geelong. So it's definitely a lot better than it could be. I'm like in between what is considered regional and not. Well, that's interesting. Yeah. It sure is. Its brown is a little bit darker than I want it to be. It's not exactly portraying the warmth. It's kind of giving chocolate mud cake instead of warm. Which is fine. I can bring it back. Geelong Football Club. My mum is. I don't really follow the AFL, if I'm being honest with you, man. Who's even winning this year? I'm a fan of Geelong as an area. It's been very nice to live over here. Who do you go for, though? If I see that they're playing soon somewhere, I'll make sure to barrack for your team. I'm surprised, given that you're a New South Wales boyo, that you're an AFL boyo too. Thought NFL was more popular up there. I think also carrots and dip time. So yummy. Don't forget to like the stream and stuff as well, by the way, if you wanna. Wonder if you get experience for spamming these things. No idea. Mm-hmm. Very cool. Can't argue that lions aren't a cool mascot. I've never been to Brisbane. I don't think I have. By that logic, I should just be a Geelong fan. But I actually tend to gravitate more towards Dad's side. And if I see Hawthorn playing, they're the closest thing I have to a team I actually barrack for. Yeah, I have to say, the time that I've spent in Sydney wasn't my favourite. Like, it's fine. Nothing inherently wrong with Sydney. But it feels very different to, like, Melbourne and stuff. I don't know. What am I doing? Getting a new GoPro battery. I'll be back in just a jiffy. Look at that. Okay, I have some news. Apparently, my other GoPro battery is also flat, which sadly means that I'm probably just going to finish up here for today with this specifically. But the good part about that is that there's a couple hours left in the day, which means I can still stream some Skyrim for the rest of the evening, and then finish this hopefully tomorrow, or get it as close to finishing it tomorrow as possible. Is it actually bad right now? Because I can't tell. I do have an error thingy on my screen right now. Don't boop me. Get a piece of carrot. Fine, here you go. That, and I have a certain someone to collect from the train shortly. Yeah, I'm gonna finish up for now and stream some Skyrim in a bit. But before I do, ta-da! This is what we're looking at so far. Like I said, I need to bring this back a bit. This all is a bit dark. But as you can also see, I'm casting a lot of shadow right now, which is only going to get worse as it goes on throughout the evening. But it's coming along. It shouldn't take too many more hours to finish. And then hopefully we get a request or a commission or something for another one after this one. Oh, thank you. Let me just see how bad it actually is. It might be more important to invest in a new laptop sooner rather than later, because it is the processing power that is the problem. I'm just going to type in the chat so that you can't see it. It's also just occurred to me that my chat box isn't showing up. I don't know why. I do have a chat box set up to be on the stream. You guys should be able to see your messages. Might be a YouTube thing. I don't know. I need a new laptop. I'm starting to think that maybe I should do that sooner rather than later. I'm gonna be playing Skyrim, as it is still Monday RPG day. Thank you for the offer to play something else, but if I don't stick to my schedule as best I can, my entire life will fall apart. Yeah. I guess that's it for now. If you're the chat on the side is working fine, but I've got it set up so that it should be displaying the chat on the actual, like, the video as well, so that your guys' messages show up as part of the video, not just as a separate thing. I don't know, Mac and YouTube together. If you're around later, I'd love to see y'all when I'm on for Skyrim. Yeah. I think that's it. I think that's everything. Yeah, bro. I will. Alright. I'm closing this stuff. Hey, thanks, dude. More tomorrow, of course, as well. More tomorrow. And we will fight through the lag together. Alright. I'm dipping. I'm out of here. As soon as I register that we're all done and fixed. When I say kablooey, type it in the chat so I know the stream is up to date with the last thing I said before I end it and don't cut myself off. If you don't say kablooey in the chat, I'll just have to do this forever. Someone say kablooey, please. However you want to spell it. I feel like that. Perfect, thank you. That's all I needed. Okay, bye.